Those who prepare properly, they're still I'm saying it now, you're still, even in the midst of this pandemic, because I believe that it's not gonna get better anytime soon. But you're gonna be able to flourish in these times because you took advantage of the pause.
Seeding time. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you can't plant if your seeds aren't in the ground, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Eating your seed, like you're eating your seed, like that could be an example. Today, or like on Tuesday, you know that you told yourself on Sunday, okay, Tuesday, I'm gonna focus on a vision of my dream. I'm gonna take a step towards it. But you just slept the whole day, or you just I'll put it off. You just ate your seed.
yeah,
That's kind of what I mean by that.
that's a good point, man.
Yeah, you have to be able to bend with the times.
Yeah,
You have to be able to, okay, you find creative ways to get things to people. Find creative ways to do this. Find creative ways to do that. That's what this time is for. Because God is going to start giving people because of the times we're in. He's going to give us the ability to even be more creative.
yeah,
He's going to equip as humans, especially those who confess Christ and are actually His, with plans and ideas to help people in this time, because a lot of people, they're lost and they need leaders.
some people go crazy
Yeah.
already in just 5 months. It's like, man, what if this is 5 years?
Yeah, yeah,
So you definitely have to be
yeah,
prepared. You have to be covered. You have to be prayed up.
yeah,
You have to really put in that effort to keep your head above water.
Because see, this time is about, because everybody has a purpose for their lives. And you were put in this time for a reason.
Yeah,
This time for a reason. Okay, and everybody has a purpose. And your purpose is bigger than you. Your purpose is about impacting others. So everybody has the capacity to impact the lives of others. This is the time to be figuring out more so now than ever what your purpose is, especially God's purpose, because our purpose for us is nothing compared to God's purpose, and His plan is bigger. His plan is bigger than our minds can even stretch to.
yeah,
So I'm urging, if you're watching this, come to God, come to Christ, because He's going to give you a plan that is wiser than the world systems. He's going to give you a plan and something you'll be able to make a difference in the middle of a pandemic.
yeah,
Your business will be able to flourish in the middle of a financial crisis. I keep hearing that we're in and stuff like that.
yeah.
So come to Him, and He'll give you the plan and the direction in which to go, and He'll show you how to navigate through this pandemic. His way is the best way.
You do have this individual time to build upon these things, as Andrew was just talking about here, where you can flourish your business, where your business can be built upon a time like this, and your personal goals, and just things you want to see, your purpose you want to see happen in your life.
You can still get things done in this time.
Right.
You can actually get things done more.
Exactly. If you're taking that time purposefully for that purpose.
And that's like, I'm going to discipline myself. I'm cutting out from 3 o'clock to 6 p.m. I'm going to focus on my plan.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
cutting out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's gonna be dedicated to focus on my money. It's doing stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's almost kind of like, you know, how when you were in school and you had to plan out, you know, the time that you were going to do certain things of the day. And you knew there was an overall assignment. There's some stuff that needs to be done during this time. You don't know exactly how long you have to do it, which is why you have the time. You need to work on it and not wait until the last minute, whenever that is. And just kind of the point that I wanted to get to as well is kind of how we talked about. I know we talked about community, but we also talking about have this self-time also as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think there is a way that during this time, you have a lot of time to build upon yourself, but also relate to other people in community as well.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that too is because it seemed like there's been a lot of division happening amongst and between
absolutely
as well.
Yeah.
And it seemed like, you know, a time where everybody should literally be on the same page.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody knows what's going on.
Because there's strength in numbers.
Yeah. So, and it really seems like we're becoming more divided as people.
Yeah.
And just, I just find that amazing how, you know, just we have a sense of time where we can come together and we still find a way to separate from each other even more. Take the time to work on yourself and reflect upon yourself and really see what's going on within your heart, what's going on within your mind, how that can also help with that community aspect of that. You know, we're all so great and grateful and can't rush to get to kind of thing, or can't wait to get to rather. You know, I think by taking this time intentionally, being by yourself, you know, figuring out some things and praying and really trying to figure out what your purpose is, that if you take the time to do that yourself, starting with yourself first, I believe that can help so much community-wise, in a huge way. As far as like how you can transform and change things and relate to your community, while, you know, still being by yourself and taking that time to be by yourself.
Then when you get out,
right? When you get out in the community, exactly. You'll be able to make more of an impact, and you'll see some things change around you. And I think just what I mean by that is, you know, we as people, we relate to each other in so many different ways.
We're more alike than people think.
Everybody, all people.
Yeah. The world wants you to think that you're way different than this person, and that's what caused division.
Yeah, exactly.
But we need to realize that we're much more alike than we think we are.
Exactly.
I don't care if you're black, blue, orange, pink.
Yeah. No matter what color you are. But just we're all related in many different ways, and one of those things is we have the tendency to do wrongdoing as people. We have the tendency to be rebellious, to just not listen, not follow direction, not listen.
Everybody has that capacity in them.
Yeah.
But it's manifested in different wrongdoing, a bunch of different wrongdoings, but that capacity to wrongdo is in everybody.
Right. And it comes in many different forms, many different shapes and aspects and situations. But it is all still wrongdoing when it boils down to it. And just wrongdoing comes from a place of, I believe, a situation in your heart where this is something that you just don't want to listen to anybody about. Nobody can tell you can do this. Nobody can tell you can't do this. It's that specific thing that you're going to do no matter who it affects, whether it be yourself or the people around you. It's just ultimately what wrongdoing is. Yeah. And it starts right here. We don't want it to change.
Yeah.
And it, it spreads into our mind also in the way we think and way we do things. And with that being the case, there's all things that we struggle with personally.
Yeah.
And there's things that other people struggle with that we may not be struggling with, but they are, and vice versa. They're struggling with something that we may not be struggling with. And with that being the case, that brings us back to why we are related in so many ways, because if we start within ourselves, within our own hearts, and try to understand, why do I keep doing this certain thing? I know I need to stop. I know this is bad for me. I know this is wrong. And we keep doing it anyway. And if we start with ourselves and really look into ourselves and be like, maybe I need to change this.
Maybe I'm the issue.
Yeah. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. And once you realize that, there's some things that can start transforming upon yourself. And you can start, you even bring more love upon yourself.
Yeah, more compassion for others.
Yeah, exactly. If you have more love for yourself, then that means you can start spreading that love.
And love is contagious.
Yeah.
It's contagious. I have a verse for that, actually.
Okay.
I don't want to read it. It's right on what we're saying. That is the King James Version. So I'm going to summarize a little bit in more terms we can relate to.
Okay.
But it says, it comes starting out in Matthew 7, chapter 1. Matthew chapter 7, verse 1. Judge not, that you be not judged. For with the same judgment you judge, you shall be judged. So it's like, you point fingers, what they say, you got 4 pointing back at you.
Yeah.
Okay. And it says, and what measure that you use to judge, it'll be measured back to you yourself. So have you ever judged somebody for something and then you turn around and do the same thing, then you condemn yourself?
Yeah.
Because that same capacity to do that is in you. And then verse 3 says, why do you focus on a crumb that is in your brother's eye, but don't consider the beam that's in your own eye? See? And then it says, you hypocrite, first cast out the beam in your own eye, then you'll see clearly how to cast the crumb out of your brother's eye.
Once it gets here, and you can communicate this with people. And also people will feel this from this.
It's tangible.